All right, I think someone sent me this, and I don't quite recall who sent it to me. I'll be real, but this was going around. So this is Wembanyama praise, apparently, from Gilbert Arenas. I swear, dude, Gilbert is the strangest person on earth. Okay, he will have the greatest take of all time, and then he'll hit you with something that's just nonsense, like how he said Jokic is the worst MVP winner in the last 40 years. What are we going on about? What are we going on about? Like he will just throw something insane out there, but when it comes to Wemby, he's always pretty good. It's always pretty decent. I don't know. I have no idea what it is. Let's listen though.
Faced off on Tuesday night, gave the basketball world a show. So Wemby was doing his thing.
Hey.
There was one particular sequence in the game, Wemby hit him with that scoop very early on. Then,
Okay, they're just looking at Wemby highlights. Let's see, skip through. Oh my God, why do they keep using this graphic? Who makes this graphic? What is this graphic? This is Sesame Street.
23 points, 15 rebounds, 8 assists, 1 steal, 9 blocks, 2 threes.
Actually, hold on. There we go. That's what we need right there.
He's made.
9 blocks?
That's gonna be looking ill.
Are you
Wait till year
kidding
3,
me?
like year 3, year 4.
So he's the only one to do this.
To match or better this stat line.
What is the match?
I'm just saying, so he's the only one to do it. Nobody's ever matched or bettered this stat line in NBA history.
This is so confused. Okay, I understand. I completely understand now why Gilbert Arenas gets confused when they say this. Like, no one has ever done this in NBA. Done what? It's like, it is confusing. First time a player reached this stat line. What is this? Like, it's so confused. Like, is it really? It's the first time somebody had 23 points, 15 rebounds, 8 assists, 9 blocks? I don't know. It just seems so unimportant because of the threes. Because the 2 threes made. It just seems so arbitrary. Blockers don't shoot threes. That's what. Okay, so that's what it is. It's the 3-point. It's just arbitrary, man. This is arbitrary. It's really just the era that we live in. Really, I mean, I don't know. I feel like if Kareem shot threes, like he would have a couple three. He would have this stat line. I don't know. It just seems arbitrary. Who cares? It shows his versatility. Don't get me wrong. Like, Wemby's incredible, right? I think I say this over and over. I think he could end up being the greatest player ever. Like, he's that special. Like nothing we've ever seen before. But is this more impressive than some quadruple double? I don't know.
Okay.
Wow.
So the 2 threes is what puts it in the. Okay, I'm trying to figure out. Yeah. So it's the 2 threes because I'm pretty sure Wilt did something like this properly.
Right, you know, but
So it's the 2
Yeah, that's what I'm
threes?
saying.
Will had no 3-point line and a.
There's no 9. Will couldn't get 9 blocks because there was no block.
Oh, there was no block.
We got to go back and record.
Wait,
Yeah, because I'm gonna say he couldn't. But he averaged.
Wait,
Because there was no blocks back. This is just arbitrary. It's silly. I don't know. First time to ever do it. I don't know. If we get specific enough, you could say the first time ever for a lot of different things. It's the first time ever that a player, say Trey Jones wore Kobe's and, made 2 threes in a row. That's the first time that ever happened. It's like, it's just arbitrary. There was no 3-point line also. Exactly. It's just arbitrary. Wilt played against plumbers. He literally did. Yeah, he literally did. But don't disrespect the OGs, because if it weren't for those eras, we wouldn't have the next era that grew into the next era. Like, a lot of people go back and they watch like old footage of NBA basketball and they're like, why the way they dribble, they had no talent. It's like they literally had to dribble like that. Okay. I mean, I could be wrong here. I'm pretty sure like Allen Iverson changed a lot as far as how things are called. Now, because it used to be carries all the time, and Allen Iverson kind of changed that. You just got much more freedom offensively now. Even you go back, it probably Jordan kind of skewed things a little bit. He kind of changed the game quite a bit. And then AI, you had AI, and people loved that type of basketball, and the NBA did not get off of that. So I don't know. I'm sorry, I got a little off topic. Elias says, Clan, it's a stat that hasn't been had before. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's yeah. Sorry, I saw your message late.
There was no block.
So he averaged 14.4 blocks for his career if they actually had block stats, but they didn't have block stats then.
Because they were lazy.
So so Wilt don't own the triple-double record or the quadruple record because of the blocks.
Do we know when blocks got introduced? Like, what was the point?
He probably had 10 blocks a
74.
game.
What was the reasoning?
So for
that
4 years, they was watching Wilt beat that shit, then they were like, all right,
Yeah,
maybe we should make this a stat.
They said if they actually kept the stat from Wilt came in, he would have averaged 14.4 blocks.
Yeah, I believe it. I
God
believe it.
damn.
And
14.4 blocks per game is insane.
and Bill Russell will be behind him with 9.8
14.4
It was a
Per
different
game.
time.
per game.
per game.
I don't even think I have 14 blocks in my life.
So after this Wemby
Shit.
Joker third time, I mean, I saw a stat too. Wemby's got like more blocks than 86.6% of the league in history. But that just means a lot of y'all need to get your D up. So after the game,
Yo.
No Diddy. Did I do it right? I think I did the no Diddy thing right.
hey yo. After the game, Jokic had high praise for Wemby. When asked by Denver sports reporter Adam Mares if the Wemby matchup reminded him of his first matchup with Tim Duncan, Jokic said, Wemby did a much better job if I'm a Tim Duncan than I did against Tim Duncan. But when you just look at what Wemby's been able to do this
Yeah, Jokic gave some praise too. I forgot to talk about that.
season, and we've talked about it, the expectation coming in, living up to the hype, now going up against arguably
Can confirm it was used correctly. Okay, cool, good. I'm learning.
one of the best centers in the history of the game and almost giving him a quadruple double. How impressive what he's doing.
We see the offensive side. I mean, I think he's just going to dominate defensively. Like, he's going to do things on the defensive end that's just going to put him above a lot of players he's going to be compared to, right? He should be first team all defense, should win defensive player of the year, and I'm pretty sure every year moving forward, there's going to be a possibility where he's first team all defense every year. I mean, that's just a stat.
He should be. I love the fact that he's given so much praise. But yeah, he should be. He should have defensive player of the year. We're gonna look at that Draymond thing too. I'm a little irritated by it. I'm happy, but also irritated by it. We got to look at that later.
That, like, for him not to be first team, if this is what he's doing as a rookie, when he gets smarter and really understands how to play defense, how to block shots, it's going to be hard to keep him out of all team first defense and defensive player of the year.
I mean, if he's blocking 9 shots, you got to think about all the shots he's altering as well, and just how absurd that is.
Like, I mean,
In the course of an NBA
that's what I
game.
said, Rudy Gobert is winning it with.
Not even altering. I mean, people just straight up don't try him. Like, it's so, man, the one thing that's so much fun about Wemby and how I know that the Spurs are going to win multiple championships is because you have to be clutch down the stretch. You have to get stops. There's going to be, it's undoubted. You're not going to blow out teams every game. In the playoffs, it's going to be close. It's going to be a lot of games that come down to 1 or 2 plays. That means the difference of if you go to the next round or you go home. And having somebody that like Wemby, where a team has to literally strategize around him, like do not get anywhere near him, and they're going to be nervous to shoot anywhere in his facility. That you're just cutting off an entire like half of the basketball court. Like, that's insane. Like, you just can't go there. That where you can't go there. And we even seen it this season, but like just when the Spurs played the Pelicans, it was the same thing. They had a very difficult time finding a shot at the end of that game because Wemby was there. And when they did get a shot off, Wemby blocked it. Like, you can't. You can't. In those clutch situations, they need a shot and we're up. It's our chances of winning that game skyrocket because we have Wemby. I just think that's a beautiful thing. And once they get more defenders, oh my God, I want some high. I don't care. I know everybody's like, you know, people love the high flyers. People love the super athletic play. I do not care. I can care less. Give me some high IQ defensive guys. Give me some brainy guys on this team. Should I say no D? I don't know. I don't know if that counts. But just give me some guys that play very high IQ basketball, and it's gonna be nasty, man. It's gonna be nasty because Wemby already has very high IQ. You get some other guys around him. I mean, look how he plays when any vet is near him. He plays very well. He plays well with Mamu. He plays well with Devontae Graham when they're on the court together. Brainy is crazy. Yeah, it is crazy. I shouldn't have said that. But you get what I'm saying, right? You get what I'm saying. You guys know what I mean.
Averaging 2 blocks a game. So, I mean, just defensively, he's just going to be a monster that I don't think they've seen this coming.
Yeah, I mean, then as a rookie, I mean, you always want to get up for games like this, you know, against a guy like Jokic. So to have a game like that for his confidence and moving forward, you know, that's all you can ask for.
Taking the 42 piece from Joker, humbling, but silver lining.
I mean, but we do expect it.
Yeah, exactly.
But you still just want to have a good, like, you want to have numbers, though.
Yeah, they're gonna. I mean, people. Here's the thing, okay? These guys, they're coming. Like when people kept saying, "Or wait until Wemby has his welcome to the NBA moment." Haven't seen it since, or since they've said it. I'm still waiting for it. It ain't gonna happen. But a lot of these guys that go against Wemby, they wake up to go against Wemby. Like they want to show out against Wemby. But with that being said, a lot of these points that they hit and that they like go off, it's really a matter of the fact that the Spurs don't have defenders. Wemby doesn't have that much help defensively. Let's just be honest. Like he has Sohan. Devin Vassell isn't like a lockdown defender by any means. He's a good defender. He's a slightly above average defender, but he's not like a defensive lockdown or anything like that. Sohan is a really good defender, borderline great defender. No, I would just say great defender. I think Sohan's a great defender. And then Wemby is like elite defender, but that's it. That's literally it. Keldon is a bad defender. Trey Jones, he's a decent defensive guy, but he's just too small. Zach Collins is not the best defender, especially this season. He hasn't been the best. You just don't have it. You just don't have it. So once he has better defenders around him, guys won't be able to just go off like that. They say like, oh, Joel Embiid has 70 points. He didn't have all those points on Wemby. Wemby actually guarded him decently well. He didn't have all those points on Wemby. 25K ball could have been the welcome to the NBA moment. Yeah, probably. Yeah, the 25K. Gosh, my brain just turned off. See, guys, I need to be a little bit more brainy.
So
You expect that.
like 2 or 3 years, it's gonna get scary though.
Yeah.
It's gonna be scary.
It might be scary next year.
Yeah.
Because you know he gets to
Depending
finish
on
this
who
year.
they need to fix the
Summer,
supporting cast.
summer going to USA games, he's gonna be highlighted.
Yeah.
And then coming back. I mean,
Yeah, it's
Black,
gonna
red,
be a
blue.
good year too for him. It's gonna be a great
it's
year.
gonna be
too.
it's gonna be a good year too.
So is it possible that Wemby catches Jokic in the all-time discussion in the next 5 seasons?
All-time discussion of what? Like player? Yeah. Wemby's going to be getting this praise in the next like 3 seasons. Maybe even 2. He's definitely going to catch up to Jokic. And I mean, that just speaks to how great he is. But yeah, I mean, he's going to be in the like LeBron Jordan discussions in just a few years. So yeah.
Wait, what?
All time what?
All time.
Just in terms of their head-to-head.
Like just player, all-time player.
Gets to that level, basically, of a Joker.
But all time, but what is it?
All time what?
Like,
No one was
all-
comparing Wemby to Jokic.
I'm just saying the
top
next,
5, what are you talking about?
just getting to that tier, that level.
All-time. That's what I asked. This all-time player, I guess? Yes?
Oh,
Yeah,
the
we talking
tier?
about-
Like, oh, like
Yeah, you're
top
talking
like
about-
player.
Yeah, in terms of player ranking.
Yes?
I could see him low-key trying to get MVP next year.
See Wemby trying to do that.
Yeah, like that second year.
Like, but let's look at
He probably won't get MVP next year, but yeah, like I think in the next 2-3 years he'll be getting like LeBron Jordan compared. Like what we did, like like this is gonna be a whole nother thing. There's gonna be a whole nother tier they're talking about here.
the number. Just look at the numbers
Watch the Iowa game. Oh, it's that good? Crap.
he's putting up.
He's
Right?
18
You're looking at this. This is going to
He's a
be
kid.
MVP type number. Once the team starts winning, there's going to be so much. That's what I said. He's gonna run the table. He's
He's a
gonna run the table
kid.
one year.
He's literally a kid right now.
For like years though. For
Oh,
like,
the game's over. Why'd you tell me to watch it? The game's over now.
years.
He's
Yeah,
gonna
like
run
years.
the
He's gonna
table.
do like a 5
He's
year.
gonna take all the defensive shit, right? Whatever it is, block shots, steals,
Yeah.
deflections.
Yeah.
He's gonna.
Oh dang, UConn lost. Jeez.
Get all of them at one point when he's at his peak.
So do you feel like he has the potential to be the best two-way player in NBA history?
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Whoa.
I mean-
NBA history.
History?
I mean, he got a chance.
Iowa won. Your girl won. Caitlin Clark won. Yep.
He got
He's not
gonna have the off.
He needs more talent around to go for MVP. Exactly, Hugo. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's not going to be going for MVP next season. You gotta be a very talented team. Now, is it possible that he end up being that one anomaly? Because the thing that happens with MVP, at least from what I noticed, right? The reason why I don't complain about that as much as I'm complaining about the Defensive Player of the Year thing this year is that when it comes to MVP, a lot of the guys that are MVPs have already been with their team for like at least 3-4 years, right? And then at that point, they've improved while their team has also improved. Therefore, they just so happen to be a winning team and they're in the MVP discussion. So it's not only the fact that they individually deserve it, but also the fact that their team just got better over the years because you've had more years with that player to build around that player. So I never really get upset with the MVP discussions because it's always fair. But usually it's always fair. The discussion's always fair because it's teams that they're all on like similar playing field. They're all in the playoffs, and all of those guys are putting up similar numbers. Most of the time, MVP is pretty fair in that regard. But it seems like with the Defensive Player of the Year thing, he is such an anomaly. And the fact that we're the best NBA team or we're the best defensive team in the NBA when he's on the court versus one of the last when he's off the court, I just feel like you need to give it to him. Like, it's just give it to him. We're not talking about overall MVP, most valuable player. We're talking about Defensive Player of the Year, one facet of the game. He got that on lock. Give it to him. He probably should win it every year, if we're being real. This is probably going to be a normal occurrence. Bro, imagine women getting most improved player next year. God. Yeah, that would mean he had to have a crazy leap. Gosh, dude. This channel growing? It is, D-Lo. It is growing a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a tiny bit. Just a little bit.
Offensively impact as Michael Jordan.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, he could because he's 7'6", so just throw the shit by the rim. Motherfucker, just
throw it up. Let me go get
like, I'm surprised.
He was like the first two-way, like all-timer that like the defense may surpass the offense because the defense is so good.
You ain't ready for
like,
it. Sorry. Listen to Gangsta Boo, Eminem, Yellow Wolf earlier.
His offense is still incredible, but because like his defense is
that's what I said.
still considered a two-way, but it's not like our typical two-way players we talk about.
We're so mesmerized that we're not even paying attention.
When Wemby wins a ring, your channel gonna pop, bro. Dude, when the Spurs are just winning, this channel's going crazy. Can you imagine us in the playoffs? My God.
To his defense because he's so offensively skilled, right? We're not saying, well, damn, this motherfucker's like Rudy Gilbert and damn Ben Wallace. Like, he's all of that in one. But because he shows so much flash and skill offensively, we're stuck here. Don't realize what is coming on this side.
I mean, but you talk about his ability to score in the paint, but that long-range game is going to keep him improving as well as he gets older in this league.
Yeah.
And that was the thing, just even seeing him live. It's like,
imagine if YouTube was around in the 2000s. YouTube was around in the 2000s. Didn't YouTube become a thing in 2006? Research this.
why don't they throw him more lobs? But then it's like, all right, if he's got to go up and get those, then land in traffic, just the potential and risk of
That
injury.
motherfucker jumped 3 feet, man, off the ground. He was fucking 2 feet off the ground,
Yeah,
man.
he took 11 threes last night.
Throw it up.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
just
Just
throw it
throw it
up.
up.
Just being an MVP.
2005. Oh, Hugo already said it. Yeah, 2005 just sounded. 2005.
But that's, I mean, for me, that's what's more scary, especially in this three-point driven league. Like, once he gets that,
Like, perfect.
YouTube was so easy. It was so easy to get big on YouTube in the 2000s. I swear. Like, you just needed one, like, popular video and you just grew like crazy. Now you have all the algorithm stuff and I mean, they had an algorithm then too, but like, it was so easy. Anybody could get big on YouTube. Now it's like,
Perfect
How do you be in that
balance.
MVP conversation next year?
Yeah.
crazy stuff on YouTube back then. Yeah, it wasn't a better place. It wasn't a better place. It was just easier to get big. There were less creators. Well, also, I mean, YouTube, when it comes to like advertisements, they're very picky with who they give their algorithms to and stuff like that. Like back then, you didn't really have to worry about all that.
You're going to have to.
once he starts pulling up from long range,
Once you get a little stronger, it's over.
Once they realize the drive and dive and just throw it by the rim, there's nobody tall enough.
He's a cheat code.
There's nobody tall enough to throw a lob to him and they can deflect it out the air.
no.
Like they just throw it up and just
to hold their head.
Well, that would mean Wemby also has to build quite a bit of strength so he can keep doing that consistently. It's going to be nasty. We're going to get so many easy shots. In the NBA, how tough it is to score. I know people say, like, defense sucks. I think offensive players just got a little bit better too. But, you know, how tough it is to score in the NBA, it's so nice to have that on your team. And I think it's also really nice to see, and I will not stop saying this to the day I'm gone, okay? It is so important that Popovich is coaching up every single guy on this team. The reason why back in 2014 that a lot of fans truly thought that we would be able to win and go to the playoffs even if we didn't have Duncan, Manu, and Tony was because every single player was coached so well. And you want that, and it's going to help so much that these other guys are coached up and they're playing efficiently. And then you add on top this generational talent. It's just going to be, it's going to be nasty, dude. Oh, man. I mean, this got to be the biggest Spurs fan channel. I checked into the Knicks fan channel after we got the upset. The channel is 75K. I can see this blowing up. Gosh, 75K. That would be nice. I would feel like a real YouTuber once I get to 30K. I'll feel legit. I'll feel legit at 30K. Yeah, I'll call myself a YouTuber at 30K. Good stuff though. Good stuff. I'm glad that they're giving us so much praise. Let's see. Is there anything else we need to listen to?
Drop it in.
Like if Trae Young went there, it'd be a problem for the league.
Gosh.
It'd be a problem.
True. I'm glad I kept going.
Trae's gonna put so much pressure on the rim anyway, just driving, that the fact that you even think about trying to block him, he's just gonna lay that up.
Yeah.
That happened, dude. That happened against the Pelicans, right? Like against the Pelicans, there was so many times that they just closed in on Wemby and we got easy layups. Trey Jones got so many easy layups. My God. Yeah.
James Harden.
That's, I mean, so what, yeah, like
somebody like, you know, guys like that, James Harden, guys like James, Trae Young. Eek.
James will be a free agent.
He ain't going to no San Antonio.
But that's
From Atlanta?
yeah. But how,
Trae Young could go to San Antonio.
but how much of the appeal of being able to play with Wemby outweigh having to live in San Antonio full time?
Man,
I mean, he
go
live in
play with that boy.
He live in Atlanta.
Like,
Anyways, good stuff. Great stuff. Let's see what people have to say. I've seen this person before. If Wemby don't win Defense Player of the Year, I don't know what to say about the NBA. True. Wemby would be the first player with quintuple double. Quintuple double. I can never say that. NBA history, mark my words. Gosh, it's nice that everyone actually likes Wemby. There's not one person that don't like Wemby. Like, if you dislike Wemby, like, unironically, by the way, if you dislike Wemby and you're hating on Wemby, I think it says a lot about yourself. I don't just say that about anybody, but Wemby's one of those guys, like, why would you hate him so much? There's like very few people that do, but if you hate him to a large degree, it kind of says something about you more than anything else. Because he's kind of hard to hate. Sohan, I get it, right? Like, I like Sohan. I get it. I get everyone hating Sohan. But hating Wemby, I don't know. Britney fans? Britney fans are kind of insane. So, yes, it says something about you if you hate Wemby. I stand by that. Britney fans are weird. They're really weird. Anyways, I forgot about that. Yeah, we all forgot about the Britney stuff.